after a sturdy wallet that can take a Hyper Beam, look cute like a Gardevoir, and be slim like a Sudowoodo? Well, I got you covered. Introducing the Ridge Wallet. A slim, sexy way to carry around your cards and cash. I've used the Ridge Wallet for over 69 years now. The Ridge Wallet comes in a variety of styles to suit your everyday needs. These are some of the wallet styles I like the best, like the carbon fiber, the titanium, the gold. Really nice, cool designs to make you stand out. They also have some neat products to complement your wallet, like a bottle opener, pens, backpacks, charging, knives, you name it. You can get 10% off your purchase today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/PIMPNITE. Yes, that's right, ridge.com/PIMPNITE, and use code PIMPNITE, link in the description of the video. Cheers, Ridge, for the channel sponsor. What's up, YouTube? For today's video, we're full Pokemon Noob Team Generation 8. Now, I picked out the sweatiest, noobiest Pokemon, and I put them on one team with some classic PIMPNITE sets. If you want to check me out on Twitch, people, this is where I do all my streams. The link's in the description there. We've got a triple battle special today with 3 battles here. The first opponent here was against James. Now, this is my 998 theme team. 2 more to go and we'll be at the 1001. So we got an interesting matchup here. We got a shiny Cinderace versus a shiny Charizard. Now, my Cinderace set was pretty fun. I gave this max speed and max special attack. I gave it eject button, Hyper Beam, Blast Burn, Shadow Ball, and Electro Ball with Libero ability. At this stage, I'm going to go for a Hyper Beam against a Charizard, do some damage. Hopefully, Charizard will hit me, and then it'll yeet me out of the matchup. Unfortunately, Hyper Beam is going to miss, and the Charizard is going to have Mimic, and it's going to mimic my Hyper Beam. Oh, do you PIMPNITE Shadow, people? So, going for another Hyper Beam there since the first one missed, right? It did pretty good damage to Charizard. I didn't expect the KO, but I did expect, a decent amount of damage, right? And now Charizard is going to steal my Hyper Beam from the Mimic earlier on and fire another one back at me. Now, it doesn't take me out. However, the eject button is going to kick in and Cinderace is going to be ejected out of this matchup. I might be able to use Blast Bird or Hyper Beam later. All right, next Pokemon is Regieleki. Obviously, you see this on every single team nearly. I've got a physical set, and this one is as follows. Explosion, Extreme Speed, Regieleki, Wild Charge, and Screech. I've got the normal gem as the item. The EVs are Max Health and Max Attack there. Finishing off the Shiny Charizard with the Wild Charge, which gives me an early lead. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of damage from the recall from Wild Charge, but that's okay. Next Pokemon we got here is the Uber-Kukai. Did I say that all right? Anyway, so Taurus has got the Intimidate. It's going to drop my attack, which isn't the greatest in the world. So I'm thinking maybe I can go for a Screech here, and then I'll go for Explosion, right? That might work. So Taurus's defense is going to get dropped 2 stages, and now it's going to go for a Scary Face. So it's going to drop Regieleki's speed. Now, since I'm not running any speed Evas, it is actually possible that Taurus could outspeed me here, right? It's going to have the Toxic Orb, outspeeds me, and pops a Facade off, and I get popped off. Bye-bye, Regieleki. Dang, I was going to go for Explosion normal gem, but that's another story. Now, it's going to take a little bit of damage from the Toxic Orb. So I thought, what should I swap into this matchup? Let's go back into Cinderace. I can use a Blast Burn here, and this should be able to take it out. The only thing about using Blast Burn and High Beam is it sort of leaves you, kind of in a vulnerable situation. All right, that Taurus is going to get absolutely roasted, and it's going to faint in one shot. I tried to make these movesets as bad as possible, but still be able to, do something against the opponent, right? Now, the next Pokemon that comes in is going to be Sharpedo. Interesting enough, they're not going to attack me. They're going to go for Protect to be boosting their speed. So this will be able to outspeed me fairly easy. It's going to go for a Poison Fang, and Poison Fang's not going to do a lot of damage to me, but it is going to poison me. I'm like, okay, this is an interesting set. So Protect and Poison Fang so far. I'm going to go for a High Beam again, turning myself into a normal type. I don't think High Beam will take it. It get very close because Sharpedo isn't like the bulkiest Pokemon in the world. And they've got a Focus Sash. So it's like, okay, Focus Sash, that's fine. I'm going to fake this turn anyway because I'm a recharge and I'm also poisoned at the same time, right? The Sharpedo is going to get another speed boost. I was a little bit worried here about maybe Destiny Bomb, but that's about it, right? Poison Fang is going to take out my Cinderace. So bye-bye Cinderace, but there you go, Poison Fang Sharpedo. Interesting. Got no idea what the other moves are going to be on there, right? Now, the next Pokemon we're going to swap in is going to be Zachary's Zacian. I had to use this on this team right now. I'm going to be using a special Zacian, right? Now, this is going to have Steel Beam. It's going to have Moon Blast. I've also got Air Slash, and I've got Focus Miss on there. So it's not a bad moveset when you look at it. Now I went for Moonblast, hoping no Destiny Bond, and they had Slash instead. So they couldn't do a lot to Zacian when you think about it. So they had Protect, Poison Fang, and they had Slash. So they're kind of walled there. So bye-bye Uber Guzma. I think my opponent's got a theme team too. Can you guess it? Leave it below in the comment section of the video. Next Pokemon is a Lunala. Lunala Surf. There's Surf on Lunala. So I thought, let's go for Air Slash, right? Get a flinch and then go for Steel Beam, right? To get around its ability. So I get a crit. That's a good start. And then it's going to use Hypnosis. What? So my Zacian is going to close its peepers for a little bit. I don't know if I really want to swap out here. I've got no idea what this set is going to be, right? I'm going to be sleeping this turn. I was running a Tip of Nature on this, and we got Moongeist Beams. Like, okay, Moongeist Beam, I know that I can live one of those. Definitely not two, right, coming from Lunala. So I'm going to get hit pretty hard there by the Moongeist Beam. I will faint the next turn. I'm going to wake up on the second turn, and I'm going to get a fresh Steel Beam off. Look at this animation. Now, Steel Beam wasn't enough to take out the Lunala, but it was probably the best attack that I had, right? So bye-bye Zacian there. Special Zacian, you've got to try it out, right? So Moongeist Beam was the next move that Lunala was going to use, but there was no Pokemon there to use it on. Now we're going to go into Calyrex Shadow Ride. That's one of the sweatiest Pokemon you ever see around. So I decided to make an equally magical moveset here. So I've got all my 69 abilities coming up on the screen. I've got Double Kick, Phantom Force, Zen Headbutt, and Solar Blade with a Power Herb. Max Speed and Max Attack. Now I thought, well, I could go for Phantom Force here. I've got Jolly Nature, so I'll be able to outspeed it easy peasy, right? And that'll take it out. Now Power Herb will kick in and make the move you use in one turn. And Lunala's really, really weak to this, so it should easily be able to, get destroyed right there. And also got some nice damage on it earlier from Zacian. So bye-bye Lunala Surf. It was nice knowing you. Now there's two more Pokemon left. I've got a Grimnate, which is going to change this entire matchup, right? Really, it truly is. Next Pokemon to come in there is going to be Uberfly, and that is Celesteela. So I'm thinking, wow, what can I even do to this? Let's see how much Phantom Force is going to do. I don't think it's going to do a lot, right? Calyrex's attack isn't exactly amazing. Now, Celesteela's going to pop a Leech Seed. I'm not even there, so it's not going to work. Here comes the Phantom Force. Now, it does a little bit more damage. I was actually surprised it's a 3-hit KO. But it's going to turn into, like, way more than a 3-hit KO with Leech Seed on the field, right? So I probably need to swap my Calyrex out and swap one of my other sweaty movesets in to try and take it out, right? I had a couple of thoughts in my head to think how I was going to get around this thing, right? So swapping out the Shadow Rider and going into Eternatus. This moveset is Galaxy Brain, right? So we got a Eternatus here. We got Max Speed, and I've got Max Attack, right? I've got Earthquake. Sorry, not Earthquake. The Celesteela's got Earthquake, though. It's a 3-hit KO around there, right? Now, I've got a Dragon Dance, Dragon Tail, Rest, Sleep Talk set. So you can go for Lay's Dragon Dance, right? Then you can get that, Sleep Talk off, and you can get like a, I guess almost a priority Dragon Tail, right? That was the idea anyway. In this matchup, I just wanted to get rid of this thing and get a little bit of damage on it before it set up like Leech Set again or take me out with the, Earthquake. So bye-bye Celesteela. Unfortunately, the next Pokemon to come in is going to be Naganadel. Uber Lapras. Why is it called Uber Lapras for? I don't understand that. Anyway, it's going to be a physical set taking me out with a Scale Shot. So bye-bye Eternatus. Look, I could have gone for a rest there, but I still felt like it would have eventually taken me out there. I would have needed another Dragon Tail, and knowing my luck, I would have got rest twice. Let's be real about that. So I've got my Shadow Rider and one other Pokemon here. It had like 50,000 boosts right there. It had a White Herb as the item, and then it got like a attack boost, right? So I was like, okay, let's go to Calyrex Shadow Rider. Let's see what we can do here. Now, looking at my moveset, I've got Zen Headbutt, which will do pretty good damage, but there's definitely no way it's going to take it out, right? So I'm going to need to go for a Desperation Dynamax Calyrex to try and win this battle. Like, I know you've battled online before, and you've seen that kid hit the A button, and, just keep going for Astral Barrage, Astral Barrage, Astral Barrage all the time, right? Man, I had an Astral Barrage go in my mouth then. Axel's a fly. Anyway, we're going to go for the Dynamax Calyrex Rider here. And since it's a physical set, I should be able to go, in some situations, you can go for a double kick, and that'll be Max Knuckle. So it's not bad there. It's not bad at all. So this should be probably, I reckon, about a 1 to 2 hit KO coming off Zen Headbutt, right? So go for that Max Mindstorm, which will be very, very strong after this turn. But that is enough to one-shot. I mean, Naganadel isn't really the bulkiest Pokemon out there, at all, really. So bye-bye Naganadel. We've still got that Celesteela left. So I'm thinking right here, well, I do have a ghost type move, but that's all I'm going to really be able to do. So getting another Grimnade, this is going to change the battle entirely. And the next Pokemon is going to be the Celesteela we've seen before. Now, by memory, we already seen Leech Seed and we've seen Earthquake, right? You'd probably have to think that it has a Steel move or a Grass move. One of those two. Or it could have both. You don't really know, right? Maybe another Storm move. So I'm assuming it might have like, I don't know, definitely maybe Heavy Slam, something like that, bro. So it's going to be a Dynamax Celesteela here. Now, Celesteela is either going to attack me or go for a Max Guard. I thought they might go for Max Guard here, and they did. So they're going to try and storm me out here, which is fine. That's all good. So Max Phantasm is not going to do any damage at all. Then I'm thinking, I know that I can leave one attack here. Let's go for a Max Knuckle, and at least that's going to boost my attack for when I don't have Dynamax, right? I've still got one more Pokemon in the back too, but I don't know really how much it's going to be able to do, as you'll soon find out. So Celesteela is going to hit me with a Max Steel Spike. Now, that's really bad because now it's going to get a defense boost and it's going to equal my attack boost. So, pretty much we are what we are before we had those boosts, right? So, Calyrex is out of Dynamax now. I'm thinking, let's go for Phantom Force, right? This will yeet myself out of the matchup, right? I'll disappear. They'll go for attacking move, and that will miss, and then they'll go out of their Dynamax, so I'll be able to hit them straight away right out of the Dynamax. It should do some pretty good damage, right, as we've seen earlier on. So go for the Calyrex, Swiggity Swooty, got to get that booty, and it's got to go down. I didn't expect it to go down, and that, my friends, is the very first battle. Some interesting movesets there by James. Thank you for the battle, but I think my favorite one could have been the Mimic Charizard with the Hyper Beam. Let's get on to battle 2. This one's against Skylar. We haven't had a battle in 3,000 years, and we got, actually, we both got exactly the same theme team, a Noob Gen 8 team. I wonder how different our teams will be. Now, I will say this right now, I wanted to include like Galar Darmanitan, but I couldn't simply fit it on the team, right? That was another one I did want to fit on then. So we got the Darmanitans swapping out there, and we got NoEffort.com swapping, which is Dracovish, so we both got a Dracovish. Now, I went for a Blast Burn here. Now, that's not going to do hardly any damage to the Dracovish at all, but what is this Dracovish set going to be? So I can see the Dracovish has got leftovers, so I know it's going to be a bulky set. I have no idea. Recharging right now. It's going to have Water Gun. Look at the damage that Water Gun did. It is a clean 2-hit KO, well, with a crit, right? So with this set, right, I'm going to be ejected, as you've seen before, and Cinderace might be able to do something if I swap it back in later. So I thought, I've got to go into my own Dracovish, because I didn't show this the first battle, and show you what this wonderful set is going to be. Now, I did run a set kind of similar to this once with Brian, but I wanted to mix it up with Water Gun, right? So you see basically everyone does the Fishish Wrench Strong Jaw set. I had a Water Absorb, Rain Dance, Water Gun, Super Fang, Dragon Breath set. Max health and max special attack, modest nature. Right? So go for the Dragon Breath. The Dracovish, swapping out there. I was kind of low-key hoping for a Water Absorb. And we got the Darmanitan coming in, right? So it's called One Move Easy. So it's going to be Guerrilla Tactics 100%. It just depends what sort of move it is. So Dragon Breath is a 3-hit KO. Here comes a Choice Bandit, I believe. A Choice Bandit Guerrilla Tactics tackle only on PIMPNITE's channel, right? Go for another Dragon Breath there. It's a clean 3-hit KO. But I couldn't help myself, people. I couldn't help myself. I had to go, oops, I hit my micro, for the mighty Water Gun. Water Gun's going to take it out with a crit. Man, that was like 2 Water Gun crits so far. Bye-bye, Darmanitan. Right, Water Gun's popping off right now. Next Pokemon to come in is going to be the Corviknight. Now, I can't do a lot to this, I'll be real with you. But I can go for a Super Fang, which will do half of the health of the Corviknight. It doesn't miss, which is good. Like, I feel like Super Fang always misses what I need it to land. Here comes a Pet Corviknight. So Corviknight, like, was quite popular at the start of Generation 8 as well. Like, people would just spam it. I mean, they still do spam it, but that's pretty much what I reckon both of these teams, like, all 12 of the, or just both of these teams cover all like the newbie scummy Pokemon, right? So go for a Water Gun in the rain. It's impressive damage, but it just doesn't do enough, man. And Dracovish is going to faint to a peck. I bet you've never heard that one before. So next Pokemon I might swap in is going to be Cinderace, because since this is a noob team, right, I've got to go for a Blast Burn in the rain, right? Blast Burn in the rain is meta right now. So I'm going to go for a Blast Burn. It doesn't miss, which is great. And Blast Burn is enough to take out the Corviknight. It's not going to be having a movie night after that. I need to have a movie night. It's been a hot minute. So, bye-bye Corviknight. Next Pokemon... Oh, it's not. It's a Dracovish. So, I'm scared right now. I'm scared. I'm scared of this Water Gun. Here it comes in the rain. So, it's going to hit me very hard. And, oh, it took me out. Man, actually, that took me out with 2 water guns when you think about it. The first one was a crit. The second one was Under the Rain with that thumping 40 base power. Next Pokemon here is Regieleki. Like, this is content. Let me show you this. So, go for the Screech on the Dragon. I wanted to see the damage that Water Gun was going to do to my Regieleki, right? And it hits pretty hard. Like, it hits pretty different, right? So, it's about a 4-hit KO. Going for another Screech, it didn't miss either. So, Dracovish has got -4 in defense. Dracovish is quite bulky too. And I wanted to make sure I could get maximum damage. I was going for a 1-hit KO. So here comes another Water Gun. I go for 3 Screeches. So this thing has got -6 in defense. It's crazy right now. So now I'm thinking, well, I could go for Explosion, but I've got Extreme Speed. Let's go for Extreme Speed. Normal Gen Regieleki with Adamant Nature, right? And let's pop this thing off in 1 shot. So I go for that Extreme Speed, and Dracovish is going to get taken out in 1 shot. That was content right there. So bye-bye Dracovish. Now, this is quite good because this is a good opportunity to go for an explosion after this. I mean, I won't pack the wallop of the normal Gen 1, but I could still put a fair dent in the Eternatus, right? I wonder if we're ever going to get a Turtomax Eternatus. Like, imagine if they just released it on the last, you know, the real, like, life's end of Sword and Shield, just for a troll. That'd be funny if they did that. Anyway, so go for Explosion, does a nice quality dent to Eternatus, and it's going to be a Confused Ray set. I smell scum. I really do smell scum. So it's got a Sticky Bomb. I know what they were trying to do, right, is I was going to go for Extreme Speed. It would have failed, and then Sticky Bomb would have taken him out. I know that was what's going to happen. Lucky I went for Explosion. I would have got disrespected. So go for a Zacian Steel Beam here, and that should easily be enough to take out the Eternatus. So bye-bye Eternatus. I am going to rinse half my health, but I felt like it was going to be worth it, right? So bye-bye Eternatus. There's 2 more Pokemon left. The next one is going to be... that's a Cinderace called a Tryhard. That's actually a good name. I probably should have nicknamed my Pokemon too, but, I think Skylar's done a pretty good job here, like, summing up what these teams are about. Now, we got a Dynamax Cinderace here. I think it's going to be G-Max Cinderace here. Now, I thought for a second, what should I do here? Like, should I go for an Air Slash to try and, flinch it or something like that, and then go maybe for a Moonblast? But I was really, really worried what was going to happen. So, we got a Max Guard from the Cinderace, probably expecting maybe a Steel Beam. I went for Air Slash. Thank goodness I didn't go for that. Then I thought, wait, if I go for a Steel Beam right now, I can deny a Max Knuckle. A possible Max Knuckle, right? Galaxy Brain. So Zacian's going to feign itself, right? Which is beautiful. And it's not a Max Knuckle. It is a G-Max Fireball. I wonder what move that's coming off. Maybe you can guess. Next Pokemon we got in here is going to be my Eternatus, the amazing Dragon Dance Dragon Tail set. I thought this would be a good prime time to use it. Firstly, we want to go for the Dragon Dance here, right? Because the Dragon Tail won't do anything to G-Max Cinderace at all. I might be able to get some quality damage afterwards, right? So here comes a G-Max Fireball. I am going to resist that, obviously, and it does the right damage to Eternatus. Eternatus is pretty bulky, right? So what can you expect? So Cinderace is out of its G-Max, and I can go for a nice Dragon Tail, which should do a fair bit of damage. However, the Cinderace is going to swap out, and the last Pokemon is Dracovish. Oh, I'm walled. I'm walled. Like, I've got Dragon Tail, which will do nothing, right? And I've got Dragon Dance. Well, that's just a status move. And I've got Rest and Sleep Talk. I can't do anything. No, what is this set going to be? So I thought, well, there's not much point swapping out into another Pokemon, right? I got to scope this set out, right? So we got the Zacian going for a Steel Beam. We both had a Steel Beam set. So I'm like, oh, that's not all that bad, because Steel Beam is a 2-hit KO against me after that damage, and it's also, it's going to take out itself already, but then it used Rest. So that means it can get, like unlimited Steel Beams off. And I can't do anything at the moment. So Zacian's going to close its little peepers there, and I went for Dragon Tail. Obviously, I can't do anything here. I could go for a Rest myself. I was like, okay, let's go for Rest. This might be a Sleep Talk Steel Beam set, right? I have seen a couple in the past, right? So Eternatus is going to go back to Sleep. It's going to be quite bulky. So they're going to need 2 Steel Beams to take me out. Like, one way or another, I'm going to try and get this Zacian to take itself out. So here comes a Sleep Talk here, and it wasn't Steel Beam, it was Snore. Now, the good thing about this is, like, if I outspeed it, right, I can't get flinched by Snore, which is always good, right? I can't do anything here. I just went for Sleep Talk to see if I get Rest there just for the lols. And you know what? I got Dragon Dance, so it was about the same thing anyway. I was dead in the water right now. So Zacian can take me out with another 2 Steel Beams. We'll take Eternatus out, and it is asleep at the moment. So I don't know. I still got one more Pokemon. I feel like I can take this out with my Shadow Rider, but even if it goes to sleep, that actually will give me an opportunity if it does go to sleep there. Snore won't affect it, and it will take itself out with the Steel Beam too. And in Dynamax, it'll be pretty bulky. So Turtle's going to be asleep here. Once again, I can't do anything. I just went for Sleep Talk to see if I get rest again. I just like getting rest and Sleep Talk. It's so much fun. And I got Dragon Tail. I actually got the moves that I wanted to get, but it was the wrong type, right? Here comes a second Steel Beam. I guess they figured that this was gonna go on for like, you know, a 10-minute matchup of rest and Steel Beam to Steel Beam. And the 20-minute timer is getting closer and closer. So it was a double KO. Bye-bye Turtus and bye-bye Zacian. So, my last Pokemon, I haven't Dynamaxed yet, is the Shadow Rider. And we got this Cinderace. Now, we've only seen it have Max Guard and a Fire-type move, so I've got no idea what the Fire-type move is going to be, right? So I thought it's time to go for a Desperation Dynamax here. If there was any berries around, well, they're not going to be around anymore. So go for Dynamax Calyrex. I can go for a double kick Max Knuckle to increase my attack there. Now, the only thing I was worried about, if maybe I did get burned there, then my moves would probably do like nothing because it's a physical color, right? But I had no idea what other moves the Cinderace actually had here, right? Only 2 moves out of the possible 4. So go for Max Knuckle. I know that I'd outspeed it. Max Knuckle does good quality damage there, so I can probably go for my Ghost move after this, and that should be enough to take out the Cinderace. It turned out the Cinderace had Ember all along. It was a G-Max Ember set. I gotta say, Ember and Water Gun on the same team was very, very amazing right there. Hoping people enjoyed the second battle with the Noob Gen 8 team versus the Noob Gen 8 team. Our sets are kind of similar, especially our Dracovish there. Thank you for the battle, Sky. Let's get on to the third and final battle. This battle was an absolute marathon, but it was amazing. This was against Amazon Evan. This was actually on my Twitch stream, and we got a theme team here as well, which you'll be able to guess pretty quick. I said that little Poliwag jumper right there. We got a Lunatone. It's shiny too, so I think the only thing about it is its eyeball. I think it goes like red, like from red to blue. I think that's it. I think the brownie color kind of stays there. So I thought I might use a rock type move, so I went for a Galaxy Brain Hyper Beam to try and turn myself into a normal type so it wouldn't be super effective, yeah? So I did some pretty good damage to the Lunatone considering to resist that, and it's going to be going for a rock move. I was right, but it went for a rock polish. It polished its rocks instead of throwing its rocks at me, alright? So now I'm on recharge. I can't do anything, and Lunatone is going to go for a Psychic. Now, Psychic does a very big amount of damage to me. Eject button is going to eject this Cinderace out of the battle. Now, the reason I ran this as mostly the first Pokemon on my team is so I could get, like, like a lot of time, I could get some easy damage with my, I guess, any of my moves like the Hyper Beam or the Blast Beam, right? So swapping in Zachary Zacian here, Psychic's not going to do a lot of damage here. I'm just going to go for a Steel Beam and take it out. It did outspeed me because of the Rock Polish, but that's all good. I can fire off another Steel Beam here, which is good, so I should be able to do some nice damage there. So bye-bye, Lunatone. That was a thorn in my side there. Next Pokemon it's another Lunatone. We got a full Lunatone Moon team. So I wanted to send this Lunatone back to the moon. So I go for another Steel Beam here. And look at the damage. It withstood that. And Zacian is going to faint there. Man. And what made things even saltier, right, is the Lunatone went for a rest after this. Like, it's rent-free in my mind right now. So Lunatone's closed its eyes there. Lucia closed its eyes. I was right about that. And it's going to go all the way back to full health. So, man, like, you can't make this up. So it's going to have a Chester or Lumberry to wake it up. Yeah, Chesterberry right there. I'm thinking, well, I've lost my Zacian with Steel Beam. Like, what can I do right now? So my last hope here to try and get back into this game, right, is go for a Shadow Ball. That's going to be super effective. It's also going to turn me into a Ghost type right there. So kicking a little ball of shadows right at the moon right there, didn't really do a lot of damage at all. This set is really bulky. Now they're going to pop a Carmine. So like, okay. I still think this will be a 3-hit KO around there, even if they keep sending out Carmine, right? So I was inclined to just keep going for Shadow Ball. I mean, I could always bring a physical user in after this. Maybe I could set my Eternatus up, something like that, right? Lunatone's going to get 2 Carmine. They've gone for the really greedy second Carmine now. I'm thinking, wow. I think I've definitely got this right now, you know. They've got +2, right? But they're only on a little bit of health. So kicking another ball of shadows right at the Lunatone. And it lived on 1 health again. You wouldn't read about it, right? And it got another rest. This is like hashtag rent-free right now. I'm so salty. This Lunatone's making me so salty. Like, what can I even do here? So I'm thinking, okay, It's got 2 Carmines up. Let's swap the Cinderace, and you know what? Let's just bring the Eternatus in. Let's slide in that Dragon Tail and get rid of all those boosts, right? Lunatone is going to be asleep, right? Let's just got Sleep Talk as well, which I hope it doesn't have. Chesterberry and Sleep Talk will be like maximum trolling. So Lunatone's going to be asleep, which is very, very good. It's going to be asleep again, which is even better. I'm going to go for a Dragon Tail here. It doesn't miss, which is great. And Lunatone is going to be automatically swapped out of the battle. It's like playing musical moons. Look at the top. Look at those moons up the top. They're just up and down. They're flowing nicely. So I thought maybe I can make use of this and go for a Dragonette. I could phase these moons out, like these moon phases, you know. So we're going to go for a Dragonette. Hypnosis is going to miss. That's actually not bad right there because I can go for a Sleep Talk if I need to later on. Now, Lunatone is going to put Stealth Rocks on the field, which will be bad for my Cinderace. I'll probably be able to swap that in like once more. Go for Dragon Tail there. Ultra Moon's going to get swapped out of the battle. That's some good names here, by the way. And the next is Lunar Stone. This is the troll. This is the one that was living rent-free in my mind. So Lunatone's going to go for another Carmine here. I went for Dragon Tail. I was playing no games of this thing at all. Like, it had trolled me troll me once, troll me twice, but you can't troll me 3 times, right? So go for a Dragon Tail right again, and bye-bye Lunatone. It's getting low on health too, which is very, very good. I almost got it. Now, the next Pokemon to come in is going to be DreamWorks, right? Wait a second. Is that don't roast me here. Actually, you probably will roast me. I haven't been to the cinemas for a long time. What's the little one, how it's got like a lamp? There's a big lamp and a small lamp, and they sort of like hit each other. Is that DreamWorks? I know DreamWorks is the moon, but... Oh, wait, that's Pixar, right? I think it's Pixar. I haven't been to the cinema in so long. Anyway, just feel free to roast me. So Lunar Stone is going to come back in here. It's going to pop a rest again. I'm sick of this thing. That's like the 3rd rest it's used. And it's going to close its eyes, and it's going to be sleeping again. So it's going to be able to take my Dragon Tail. Like, my Dragon Tails are getting rinsed at the moment, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm doing damage there. I'm trying to get something happening right now. It's difficult. Now, we're going to have DreamWorks coming back in here. As we know, this is a Zen Headbutt there. Look, I could have gone for rest there and survived and got a Sleep Talk Dragon Tail, but it was very risky. So Eternatus is going to have to let it go, right? So I've got my Cinderace here. I thought... Let's go into Cinderace and let's use Shadow Ball. I'm going to take some nasty Stealth Rocks damage, but that's okay. I mean, what else am I going to do against all of these? I may as well just keep going for Shadow Ball continually, right? Now, turning myself into a Ghost type there, Hacker Exposed, and kicking a ball of shadows right at the Lunatone. That is enough to take it out. I'd say that was more of a sweeping Lunatone set than bulky, right? So bye-bye Lunatone. Finally! I took another moon out. Now, the next one's called WTF Boom here. I know this is going to go boom, but I don't think it's going to go boom against my Cinderace because I've only got a little bit of health, right? And this turns out it's going to be their Dynamax Lunatone. Like, if you think about it, right, when you throw a Dynamax Lunatone, like, this is actually the size of the moon in real life. Actually, it probably needs to be a bit bigger than that, but you get the idea anyway. So I think this is, I think there's only one shiny Lunatone in this whole team. Like, I could be wrong, but I've only seen one so far. So kicking the Shadow Ball at the moon again there. And look at that, did pretty good damage. And I get a special defense drop too, which is really, really promising, right? Now the Lunatone is going to go for a Max Quake here. That's easy going to take out my Cinderace. So that could have come on maybe Earth Power, I would have said. Probably Earth Power or something like that, right? And that's going to get a special defense, right? So it's going to get a rise. Like, I dropped it, then it's going to get a rise again. So that was unfortunate. Now we've got Dracovish here. I thought it's time for a little bit of water gun action. I don't know about you, but I feel like some. So I've got Rain Dance here. I thought maybe I could set the Rain Dance up, then go for water gun. Here comes to Max Strike. This was 1,000,000%. Actually, I want to say that didn't have Earth Power, had Earthquake instead, right? It's definitely a physical set, right? That does a fair bit of Dracovish's health. I am running max health there, by the way, and max special attack. So I'm going to set the rain up here, which is good. Then I can go for a quality water gun, water absorb, and it should do a thumping amount of damage to Lunatone, right? So look at that rain fall down. It's so nice, so majestic. And it's been raining here all the time. I can't wait to summer. Anyway, so not Stone Journey's cousin's going to get dropped to me. I live though, but the problem is it's going to get rid of the rain, and it's going to make Lunatone like super, super bulky. Plus, Dracovish will faint the next turn. Here it comes. Watch it. Oh my goodness, look at that damage on water gun. Like, you wouldn't read about it, right? So Dracovish is going to faint, and that's the end of the Dracovish water gun saga. I'm sorry, people. I really tried there, but I just got countered completely. How did it happen? We're bringing in Regieleki this time, and we're going to see if we can take this moon out. Now, I had a little thought here. I've got 2 Pokemon left, and there's still 4 moons remaining, right? This is like hardcore Lunatone mode. So dropping the Lunatone's defense by 2 stages, which is pretty good, right? I'm trying to make things happen here. So here comes the Earthquake. I love how Lunatone does like a little somersault before it attacks. Like, disrespect. So I actually lived that, which is quite nice due to the max health there. And I lived the Sandstorm, which is great. However, we got the Lunatone swapping out. Wait, Lunatone. Lunastone. This is the troll. This is the rent-free run. So it's going to be coming in here. I went for a Screech. Now, I will be going down to the Sand here. Now, Sand is going to be kind of bad against this team. I've got one more Pokemon to go. This is a 1v4 matchup right now. This is 1v4. I've got to clutch, baby. This is my only way to clutch. So I have to Desperation Dynamax our physical Calyrex. I'm tempted to go for a double kick, but I might just go for Max Knuckle to try and, you know, bolster my attack. I do have some super effective moves too. On this set, it's quite good. I mean, it's quite good against Lunatone. I've got a Grass move, which is Solar Blade. I've got Phantom Force, and I've also got, well, that's my only super effective move. But you get the idea anyway. So I can go for Max Knuckle. I might even be able to get 3 up against this thing, because we know that it's got Rest and Carmine. I haven't really seen an attacking move from this thing at all. I was thinking maybe it was a stored power. I knew one of them would be stored power, right? So Max Knuckle, it does very good damage, thank you to the Screech earlier on from the Regieleki run. So +1 on attack. Brilliant, right? Lunastone is going to be a sleepy. It doesn't have its Chesto Berry anymore. And I'm going to get a little bit of damage from the Sandstorm, right? So I went for a second Max Knuckle. That's fine, right? And I'm starting to think here, this is good, right? This is very good. Don't get me wrong. But there's going to be a time where I'm going to need to attack and not have my Power Herb, right? I'm going to probably use my Power Herb up. Dynamax, I've used up 2 turns already. There's still 3 moons left. Like, something's got to give, right? So a WTF Boom's going to come in here. I went for the Max Overgrowth instead, right? Because I thought, well, that's got Levitate, and that's going to heal me up, right? So that's only really going to benefit my Calyrex Shadow Rider, right? So that's actually a good play to go for. And since I've got +2 and it's in Dynamax, it's going to do a lot of damage. So bye-bye WTF Boom, man. There's 2 Lunatones left, right? We're getting very, very close to the end of the battle right here. I get a Grimnay as well, which is also going to change everything. So 2 minutes of the battle. Next Pokemon is the Ultra Moon. So I've got my Power Herb here, and I've got my Phantom Force. Now, Power Herb will activate either of the moves, like, straight away. I just went for Solar Blade here. I hid my my Ghost-type move here. Since the grassy terrain is on the field there, that's going to be doing some, like, whopping damage right there. And I've got +2 in attack as well. Look at this move. It's absolutely amazing there. So slicing that, they call me the Moon Slayer, and the Lunatone is going to go down. There's one more Lunatone. This is it, people. This is 1v1 right now. No Power Herb, and this is content. This is clutch. Okay, getting a little bit of recovery back there from the grassy terrain, right? This is good. Next Pokemon we got, wow, it's a Lunatone. And it's just called Moon. M. I'm getting W and M mixed up. Can you just roast me forever in the comment section for that? M-O-O-N, right? That's how you spell Moon. So going for a Phantom Force there, I disappear, they popped a Carmine. This is good. This is good. I can give Lunatone a jolly good spanking. Like, I could spank her all the way up into space where the moon actually is, right? 58 seconds of the battle. There we go. Swiggity swooty getting that booty. And that, my friends, is the Calyrex Clutch # Moon Slayer. Hope you enjoyed all 3 of these battles. I'll catch you tomorrow for the 999th theme team. Peace out, people.